Hey everyone, welcome to Michael's Market Monday. Here going into November, looking at trade across the US and globally. The ferrous trade started looking strong early, but really flattened out sideways for the most part across the United States. So especially on the West Coast here, just not, and that's driven by demand, just very low demand. A few sales going off this last week, Bangladesh and India. And those sales were, right in the range of the 390, 385, so not too far down, but still extremely high freight, $65 freight going into India. So that FOB number is really pretty low. So that has a big effect. The lack of purchasing, the lack of demand for material, really driving that cost. Not as much down, but just not going anywhere. So that's typical of this time of year anyway. Flow is really off though. So flow considerably off in the Pacific Northwest. Most yards, still reporting 30 to 40% down in their ferrous intake, and same. That's been consistent with non-ferrous, and that's remaining. So really low volumes coming inbound. We'll see how that affects the next couple of months. Looking forward, kind of that crystal ball. We saw the U.S. dollar strengthen heavily after the elections. That there's been some volatility already, but the strength of the U.S. dollars, it's a wet blanket on those base metals. So we saw all those base metals come off, rebound. So we're probably in for a ride the next couple of months here till things get settled out. We find out what tariffs are going to be like and what that trade with Asia will look like going forward in the new presidency. But the biggest thing is demand, and there isn't any. So that's the real issue right now, just really low demand going into the winter, expected to be really slow. So we're just going to do our best to dig for some metal here in that light. Please reach out to us if there's anything that you feel like we can do better, or any leads that you can push our way. We'd be happy to look to see if we can do something for you there. Appreciate everyone. Hope everyone's doing great, and we'll talk to you next week.